stopping by. Today I'm going to give you my initial thoughts on my brand new Thunder Nova24 CO2 laser. Stick around and we'll check it out. All the components that you'll see on this machine are upgraded, from the wiring to the cabinet construction. This cabinet is very strong, heavy, durable. It's a lot thicker than the entry-level Chinese models. There's a lot of thought given to the design. So quality components in general was one of the things that I was really looking for. Excellent customer service was another thing that I was really wanting to find, because I'm new to laser technology. So I knew I was going to have all kinds of questions, or there'd be things come up that I needed some help on, and I didn't want to have to wait days for somebody to get back to me before I knew the answer. I can tell you I've asked for help probably 4 or 5 times, not because I've had a problem with this machine. It was just questions that I had about what I was doing to make sure I didn't damage a machine, and their reps were very responsive. I mean, I've contacted them in the evening times, on the weekends. I've been completely impressed on how well they respond to their customers. So that's been they've exceeded my expectations, there's no doubt about that. The 2-year warranty that you get on the machine is another thing that I thought was great. A lot of times you'll buy a machine and you'll have a 90 or a 6-month warranty, and the problem with that is you really don't know all the way around the machine by that amount of time. And so I really think that the 2-year warranty is something that's worth the extra money. Plus, the other thing is that warranty also includes a 1-year warranty on the tube, and it also includes a warranty for the chiller, the 5000 chiller that comes with the laser. That's part of the price. Usually you'll find that chiller is going to be an additional cost, so be sure you figure that in. So let's start with the front doors. First of all, you can see this top door comes all the way off. Surprisingly enough, that door is pretty darn heavy. It's very well made. This door here, every door that you see on this laser has this nice feature here where you can just pull this back and take this door off. So for some reason it was hanging down and you need to get in here and work on this machine, for some reason you don't have to worry about messing with this. You can just go ahead and pull this back and take it off. And that feature is on every door on this laser. I thought that was a great thing. You've got a shelf in here to catch your materials, so your materials don't land on your belt or get mixed up with your Z adjustment belts. That's kind of nice. Easy to clean, fit and finish are great. You can see that they've got rubber bumpers on everything. Everything locks up nice, solid. The other thing to keep in mind is Thunder provides both, not only the honeycomb, but also the aluminum bars that go across the bed. So you don't have to, these are not extra. These come with the machine. So both of them come with the machine. The other thing I really like about it is one of the biggest problems you have with a lot of lasers, if this doesn't have the ability to attach to anything, this can actually move around, which can be a problem as your machine is moving. This has got locating pins on this honeycomb that drops down into this frame, and therefore it goes back to the same spot every time, rock solid. 2 other features I really like about this machine. The first one is this has a beam combiner. Most people that do a lot of laser work really appreciate an accurate red light indicator on kind of where the laser beam is going to be. This comes from the factory with the beam combiner, so you don't have to add that later. Excuse me. Works really well. The other thing is the autofocus in this particular case. All you've got to do is place your material on the bed, tell it to autofocus it. It senses the material, steps it down. Now it's just perfect 6 millimeters from your top of your work surface to the lens. The other thing that I like about this machine while we're here, if for whatever reason I would want to manually focus this machine, And let's say that I had a thicker material, didn't want to use the autofocus, I have the ability to loosen this up, drop this down, and manually focus this lens. Because in some cases we might not want to be in perfect focus. So, two features I really like. On the left-hand side of the machine, this is another feature that I really didn't pay attention to when I bought this machine, but I really am coming to like it. I have shop air plugged into this laser, so it's connected to a 60-gallon tank in another location in my shop. And what this is all about is you have low volume air and high volume air. So if for whatever reason, let's say I'm doing leather or something that takes a smaller amount of air volume, I can push this button and it'll activate the valve, and then I can dial in the regulation here if I need to, and go on with my project. So I can actually test, number one, that the air is working for both low volume and high volume. One thing that you'll want to know if you're using light burn, basically you turn the air off and that'll give you the low volume. If you turn the air assist on, that'll give you the high volume for cutting. I will tell you, if you're thinking about doing something like this, the shop air is really a way to go. You can cut quite a bit thicker material using shop air, anywhere from 30 to 40 psi compared to the factory air that they provide. And it's a lot quieter. But this feature here, I'm beginning to like a lot, only because I have the ability to set my air pressures if I need to. And it's right here, it's easy to do. On the right hand side of your bed, you'll see a 7-pin adapter for a rotary setup. The nice thing about this is you drop your Z, you plug in your rotary attachment. Thunder sells a special rotary for this particular machine, so you can do tumblers and mugs, and it senses it. It doesn't deactivate the existing drives, so you can move your head around. So that's a great feature. You don't have to worry about unplugging any drivers. Nice and clean. This is on the right hand side of the machine up top. Just wanted to give you a quick glimpse at the servo motor there. You can see all the wiring is nice and tight and clean. Everything's marked. You got all your grommets around all the openings. Don't ever have to worry about any wire problems. On to something that I didn't really pay too much attention to when I bought the machine, but I'm growing to like it, is the indicator light. It'll show green when the machine's not operating and red when it is. What I like about it is if I'm across the shop and I'm doing other things, at a glance I can look over here and see whether the laser's done doing its thing or not. Kind of a nice feature. You will notice everything is very well marked. Every wire has a tag. It's got a smart board right here where you can interrogate system problems. You can change the how long your fan runs, how long your compressor runs. Provides some diagnostic information. Nice and clean. The other thing that you'll notice is right here on the back, a lot of the other machines don't have adequate wiring where your compressor and your fan plugs in. Matter of fact, most of people will tell you not to use them on the less expensive machines. These are appropriately wired, and you don't have to worry about plugging your accessories to the back of this machine, which keeps it at lower half. There's your power supply for your laser tube. The other thing that a lot of people don't realize, this laser does have a milliamp gauge. Okay, it's not on top, it's tucked underneath here, but a lot of guys are adding these gauges to their laser so they can monitor kind of the output and what's going on. Well, I hope you enjoyed the tour. As you can see, this is a real nice machine, and I think I'm going to get a lot of good use out of it.